Hello friends and welcome back. So in this video, as you can see, we are going to make this beautiful section of a website which I will be making in a week or so. So I will post a video of almost 3 to 5 hours, okay? That will be a long video, and in that video I'm going to explain everything about how to make a website, and this is just a part of that. So we are going to make this in 10 to 20 minutes. So let's get started. So friends, the first thing you need is your code editor, and here I am using this Visual Studio Code, and you can use any editor of your choice, okay? And after that, the first step is to make a project folder. So here I will make a folder and I will just name it as project, okay? And friends, for this project I have already written the code for CSS, and I have also included some fonts, okay? And in images you are just having 2-3 images, okay? So, and there are some JavaScript files, okay? These are just jQuery files, and you just have to import them as it is. And this is some SCSS code, okay, which I have written for making the complete website. So what I will say, you just have to get this folder from the description box, okay? I have given the link there, and paste it inside your project folder, okay? And after this, go to your code editor here, and from this file option go to open, and from here you have to go to your desktop and open this project folder. And after your project folder is opened here in your code editor, you can see your assets folder is also there, which contains CSS, okay, some previous CSS, and then some fonts, images, JavaScript, and some SCSS files, okay? So friends, after this we are just going to create here a file, and I will call it as index.html, okay? So here we will start writing our code. So the first thing you need to write is doc type HTML to declare the version of HTML that you are using here. Then write this HTML tag, sorry, it should be HTML, okay? So HTML, and inside this just make the two sections, head and body. So, and after this, inside head you are going to write first of all a metadata, okay, declaring the char set UTF-8, okay? So here we are using char set UTF-8, and then after this I'm going to give it a title. So the title of this will be hosting, okay, because we are going to build a website for a hosting company. And after this I'm going to mention here another metadata, and that is very important to mention, and that is viewport, okay? So the width of my screen will be equal to the device width, and initial scale I am going to take it as 1, okay? After this I am going to include my favorite icon, okay, favicon. So here I will say rel equals style sheet and then href. So you can see in my assets folder I have a folder name as image, and inside image there is a favicon.ico, okay? So I'm going to take it as my favicon. So in this index.html, here I will specify the path. So here I will write assets, and inside assets there is image, okay, img, and that contains my favicon. So here I will write just my favicon.ico, okay, and that's it. After this I am going to link some CSS files which I have already written for this course. So here I will link my CSS files, okay? So here I will say link. First of all I am going to link the bootstrap library which I am going to use in this course. So rel equals style sheet and href equals, you can see in my assets folder, okay, I am having a folder named as CSS, and inside CSS I am having this bootstrap min.css. So I am going to link it here. So I will specify its path assets CSS and then bootstrap.min.css, okay? So I have linked it, and similarly I am going to link font awesome CDN, okay, content delivery network, to include fonts here. So I will write this rel equals style sheet href, and then I have to specify the path, so assets then CSS. And inside CSS you can see here I'm having this font awesome all.min.css. so here I will just say font awesome. Okay, font awesome all min.css. okay, it should be min.css, and that's it. After this I am going to link my style.css file, and that's very simple thing to do. Here I will just say like this, sorry, it should be ZCSS and then style.css. okay, so this does the job of linking all the CSS files which are required here. And after this I'm going to write the code in my body section. So the first thing I am going to use here a header tag, okay, to make the header of my web page. So I have used this header tag so as to make it semantic. okay, then I will write here comments for understanding that here I am going to start my header. So here starts my header. So the first thing that I will do, I am going to create a container. okay, so div for that, and I will give it a class, and the class name is going to be header area, and this is going to be my bootstrap class, the second class, and that is header transparent. okay, so this is going to apply some CSS rules over it. So here you should write header transparent. okay, transparent, sorry, it should be transparent. okay, and after this again I will create another container, and the class name for this will be main header. okay, so class equals main header, and inside this you have to nest another container. okay, then class will be header bottom, and another bootstrap class header sticky, so that my header remains stick when I scroll. okay, and then this another level of nesting, and the class name that I will associate with this is class is container fluid. okay, and this is again a CSS, sorry, bootstrap class. So container fluid, that's it. And I'm going to make a row, and for that I will again make the use of this div container. So class equals row, and row is a bootstrap class. okay, so it is going to associate some already written CSS code to it. So align item center, so this is also a bootstrap class, and it is going to align all of these contents of my row at the center. And then here I am going to link my logo. okay, so for that let me first write here the comment. okay, so here I am going to link my logo. I'm going to nest it again, write the class as I want it to take half of the space, so here I will use the class call extra large 2. okay, and that is again a bootstrap class. So call extra large 2, it means column extra large 2, and when my screen changes to large size, okay, so it will again take the half of the space, so call lg2, and that is again going to be inside this parenthesis. okay, because these are just primary and secondary class names. Inside this I am going to make a div for my logo. So here I will write div class equals logo. okay, logo, and then here I am going to use this a tag, that is for so that I can make it a link. okay, so href equals, now I am going to link it to my index.html file. So here I will say index.html. okay, and then inside this I have to specify my image source. okay, so here I will write img tag and then source, and let me tell you what image I am linking. So you can see in my assets I am having this image. okay, inside image I am having this logo, and this is going to be the logo. okay, then this leaf symbol with my company's name, Eco Hosting. So I will close it for now and go back to my index.html. Okay, so here inside my assets, it should be assets. Okay, we have to specify the correct paths. So assets, then img, then logo, which contains my final logo, logo.png. Okay, and the alternative text I will leave it as it is, or you can say company logo. Okay, and it will be useful when due to some reason my image is not visible, so this text will appear there. Okay, and after this we are going to make the row for our buttons. Okay, nav buttons. So here I will say div, and then I will give it a class name. Okay, so call xl10. So it is going to take 10 by 12 portion, okay, of the total available space. And on large screen size, okay, this was for extra large, and on large screen I also wanted to take 10 by 12 part, okay, of my screen. This is again a bootstrap class, and inside this I am going to wrap all of this inside a container. Okay, so here I will make div, I will associate a class menu wrapper with it, which is again a CSS bootstrap class. Okay, so here I will say menu wrapper. Okay, menu wrapper, and I also want to set some flex properties here, so I will give it a secondary class name, dflex align item center. Okay, so dflex, then align item center, and justify content end. So justify content end. Okay, now inside this I am going to make my main menu. Okay, so firstly I will write here this comment saying main menu. Okay, this is going to contain the buttons on my nav bar. So here I will say div class equals main menu. Okay, this is again going to apply some already written CSS rules here. Okay, d none and dlg block. Okay, because I want its display to be block on large screen and none on any other screen rather than large. Okay, so here I will say dlg block, and after this I am going to use my nav tag. Okay, so here I will say nav like this, and inside this nav I am going to create an unordered list. Okay, and inside this, because I am going to write here several buttons, so I will make the use of this li tag here. Okay, and before that I'm going to give this unordered list an id. Okay, sorry, I did spell this. I should write ul and then give it an id, and id is unique, you all know. And I'm going to give it an ID of navigation because I have already written a CSS rules for my ID navigation. Okay, inside this edits you see here is my CSS files which contains style.css, and I have already written some code in my scss and style.css file, okay, for this class or this ID. And after this, here inside this li tag we have to give some links, so I will use this a tag, and here I have to give the link by using this href tag. So because I am going to make this just a dummy link, so I have given this hashtag. Okay, otherwise it will show some error. Okay, if anyone clicks on that link and it doesn't contain any path. And after this I'm just going to copy and paste it several times. So I will copy this, paste. Okay, and here I will just change the name here. So here I will say packages that we are offering. Okay, our web hosting company is offering, and then here I will say the help. Okay, and then I'm going to make a sub menu type. So here I will write another list item, and after this list item I'm going to make another list item inside of this. But before that I am going to write here this anchor tag. and inside this anchor tag I have to again specify the href, and href is going to be just hash, okay, or this pound symbol, because it's just a dummy link. So after this I'm going to write here blog, okay, like this blog, and inside after this I'm going to make here another unordered list, okay, and inside this unordered list I'm going to create two sublinks. So I will write here li and then use this a tag here, okay, use this a tag here. Again I have to specify my href for these two sublinks. So href equals, here again I will make a dummy link, okay, I will say my blog again, and then here copy this, paste it here, and I'm just going to change this heading. So here I will write blog details, okay, blog details, and that does our job. After this I want to make several other links, but before that we also have to specify here a class name for this unordered list. So I will name it as submenu, okay, because I have already written a css rule for this, okay. So submenu, and after that come out of this li tag, okay, inside which we have done nesting. After this I am going to make three other li tags. So li, again use this a tag, use this href, okay, href equals hash because it's again a dummy link, and give here your contact button, okay. So this is it. So actually we have to link some JavaScript files, okay. So come back to the bottom of your body tag, okay, and here we will link some JavaScript files for this to work. So here I will say I'm going to link here some JavaScript files, and for that we have to make use of this script tag, okay, this script tag, and specify some source. So you can see here that inside my assets folder I am having a file or a folder called JS. Inside this I am having several JavaScript files, so I'm just going to link it here. So the first thing that I have to link is Modernizer, okay, which is going to make our website work on any type of browsers, okay. So this is just a fix for making it work on any kind of browser. So assets, then inside this I am this JS, then inside JS I am having my vendor folder, okay. You can see I am having inside this I am having this vendor. So assets, then JS, then vendor, and inside vendor I am having Modernizer 3.5, okay, 3.5.0 main.js. And let me also show this to you. So when you open this vendor you can see here this Modernizer 350 main.js, okay. So this is the file that we need here. After this I also have to link the bootstrap file here, okay. So I will say script tag again, and inside this I have to specify the source assets js vendor, and inside vendor I am going to link this time this jQuery file. So I will say here just the jQuery, okay, sorry, it should be jQuery version is 1.12.4, okay, and because this is a minified version, okay, to boost the speed, so main.js, and that does our job. After this just I am left to link my bootstrap file, okay, bootstrap JavaScript file. So here I will say script, okay, then assets.js, and after this file is there bootstrap main.js that I have to link here. This is not present inside my vendor folder, so I have not written here vendor. And after this I'm going to write here bootstrap.main.js, okay, main.js. After this only one thing is left to link, and that is this main.js file. So let's get over with it, okay. So I will link it just like this, script source hazards.js and then this main.js. Okay, and that's it. So after making this nav, we have to create the sign up button, okay, or getting started button. So here first of all I will make a comment for that. So I will just say button, okay, and then I will make list item here and give it a class name, and it should be button header, okay, because I have already written the style rules for this class in my CSS file. And after this, margin left, this is just a bootstrap class, okay, and inside this I am going to embed a link. So here I will specify this href attribute, okay, and I will just write this pound symbol because it is pointing to nowhere as of now, and then give it a class name of button btn, okay, because I have already written the CSS rules for this in my style sheet. And after this, the text that I'm going to write here is sign up, okay. So here I will say sign up, and after this list item, the second you have to create is sign in, okay. So here I will write again this a, okay, and I will specify this href attribute here, and then I'm just going to say this class as button 3, okay, because I want different styles for this, so I have made this class, okay, previously. Then sign in, okay, it's all right. After this I have to wrap this inside a list item, okay, because we are writing an unordered list here. So I just cut this from here and paste it here, okay, and that's look nice. After this we have built this nav, okay, so now is the time to make the next section of our page, okay. So for that, this is my unordered list nav, okay, div, and from here I'm going to write the code for my mobile view. From here I will write the code for my mobile view. So I will say mobile menu, okay, because it's going to be responsive. So for that I will make another div here, okay, and I will give it a class name which is a bootstrap class called 12 because it's going to take the full space of my row, and then another div container inside this, and the class for that will be mobile menu, okay. The class for this will be mobile underscore menu, and the display should be block, okay. So I'm writing here this bootstrap class d block, and on large screen display should be set to none, so dlg none. And after this it's all right, we have just written the code for our mobile menu, and for this it's done, okay. And here our header ends, so I will write here my header ends here. Now the next thing that we are going to make is this section, okay, where I'm going to write this heading and embed this image and this button, okay. We have already embedded this logo here, okay, this buttons on our nav bar and this sign up and sign in button. After this, the next thing to do is to write code for this section, okay. So here we will start writing the next code, okay. So first of all, let me make a comment here that my slider area starts here, so I will write the comment for that slider area start, and then I'm going to make first of all my div container here, okay, and give it a class name of slider. So I will write here div then class equals slider area, okay, and again this bootstrap class, okay, then slider background, so slider bg, remove this from here and put this double quote and start of this, okay. And inside this div again I'm going to nest another div element. So here I will give it a class name of slider active. Okay, slider active. And then inside this I'm going to make a single slider, because there will be more sliders when we will make this full web page. So here I am going to comment out that this is a single slider. Okay, and after this again make a div container. Okay, a box, give it a class name of single slider. So write it here, single slider. Okay, then set the display to flex. So display should be flex. And after this align item center, and slider height. Okay, so these all are bootstrap classes which will apply some CSS rules. Okay, pre-written CSS rules. Inside this I'm just going to make another container and give it a class name of container. So div, and here its name should be just container. Okay, and inside this container you have to nest another div. Okay, these all are for styling purpose and responsiveness. So class, and I'm going to give it a class of call XL5. It means that on extra large screen it's going to take 5 by 12 portion of the total area available, or the total length available. And after this on large screen, okay, so for that call LG, I also want this to take 5 rows on tablets, so call LG5. Okay, and on medium size screens it should take 9 by 12, so call MD9. Okay, sorry, I misspelled it. Okay, it's for tablet and it's for laptops and TV and bigger devices, and this is for extra large devices. And again make this div container here. Okay, give it a class name which is basically going to be a custom class name, because I have already written previously CSS rules for this. So hero caption, hero underscore caption. And then I am going to use this span element here. Okay, and I am using this span element for writing this paragraph here. Okay, so I will say best domain and hosting service provider here. So I will write here best domain and hosting service provider. Okay, and after this I'm going to use h1 element for writing my main heading. So here I'm going to write powerful web hosting, powerful web hosting. It should be hosting. Okay, and after this you have to write a paragraph. Okay, for the text. So what is the text? Supercharge your WordPress hosting with detailed website analytics, marketing tools, and so and so. So I'm going to write it here for some fast. Okay, so here I will write so this is my paragraph. Okay, let's see. So I have written this. Okay, and it is appearing here and it's look nice. Okay, and the next thing to do here is to make the slider button. Okay, here get started button. So for that I will write here first of all my slider button. Okay, So after this paragraph is written, I will say here, I will make a div class here, give it a class name slider buttons, BDNS, okay, buttons. And inside that I'm going to make my hero buttons, so I will give it this anchor tag and href, and because it's a dummy link, so again href is found, and I'm going to give it a class name for so that it will be styled, okay. So I am giving it class name button and then radius button because it's going to be rounded on the corners. Okay, so for that this radius button which is going to apply some previously written CSS styles. So here I will write get started, okay. So let's now see, and yeah, this button appears here, okay. And after this, the only thing left to do is to embed this, do this. So here so after this div element I am going to make another div inside this. So here I will give it a class name first of all. So class name, I want it to take half of the space, okay. So call XL on extra large screen, so call XL 6, and on large screens also I want to occupy half of the space available, so call LG 6, okay. And after this inside I have to make another div container, so div, and the class for this div is going to be here, class is going to be my hero underscore underscore image, okay. Then display should be none, so d none, and on large screen display should be block, okay. So dlg block, and I want to fade it right away, so I will say fade right, okay. And inside this we have to link our image using this img tag. We have to specify the source and it's present inside my assets, okay. Assets, then images, and it should be img here, okay, actually. And there is a folder named as hero, and inside hero there is a hero write.png, so it's already predicted here, and that's it, okay. So the thing that is left to do is to pack all of this inside this main, okay. So this is all the code that we need to write for making this section of our web page. And after doing this, let me show you how does it looks like, okay. So here at the bottom you can see this go live button. You just need to click on this, and yes, you can see here that this is the section that you have just now built, okay. This contains this nice animation type, okay, this nice buttons, okay. So this looks quite beautiful and we have done this in quite a little time, okay. So I hope friends you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more such tutorials on web design and web development. So friends, see you there in the next video.